So what is container and image? You have seen about container in the last lecture, right? It's all about creating one new operating system as a container using this Docker software. Now, an image is a lightweight standalone executable package of software that includes everything needed to run an application. Now, if we take automation testing as our scenario, so Docker is not only made for automation testing. You can do a lot of things with this, but as an QA or as a test architect, our main focus will be on running our automation test cases. Okay, so in that point of view, I'm explaining this concept so that you will understand more easily and get into your mind. Okay. Now, to run in Docker, to run in container, if I want to run Selenium test cases, I need Selenium jars, and it should support Java, and it should have Chrome document browser to run. All right. So these are the dependencies I need. As I said, when you create container, it's a fresh OS without any softwares or without any application, right? Now, when you schedule to run your test cases inside this container from your main operating system, it will fail because it has to support Selenium jars, Java, and Chrome. Okay, so for that reason, we will create one image, one package of software that includes all the components, what all we need to run in that container. Okay, so in our scenario right now, we need all these three softwares, right, to run in the container. So we will create one image that includes everything needed to run our automation test cases. So which are these? We will pack this all dependencies and we create one image out of it. So how to create image from these dependencies is another topic. You will see that in our next lectures. Now we'll build an image with all these dependencies and then we will deploy this image into this container. So when you do that, automatically this container will get all the knowledge of this Selenium, Java and Chrome, and it will be ready for executing your automation test cases. So to do that, we have to deploy an image which is having all these dependencies which are needed to run your automation test cases in container. So that's why if you see the definition, it's a standalone one package of software that includes all these dependencies to run your application code and whatever tools. Here Selenium is a tool which you are packaging, and system library settings, what all you need, you have to do. Okay. So that's about image. It's whole software with a mix of your dependencies. Now, if you observe carefully, in Java, you create a class and you create methods in it. So I'm just writing one base class, get data, some methods like this. You have member variables and you have properties, int a equals to 4. So this is one base class. Now if I want to initiate and execute get data method, I need to first create object of this class, right? Okay, so if you want to create an object of this class, and if class name is demo, how do you do? I'll let you know why I'm teaching this right now. Demo, object name is a, okay, and then a dot get data. Fine. This is how you call a method present in this class. Basically, an object is instantiating the whole class, isn't it? And it's responsible for running the methods present in the class. You can clearly see that we are calling the method with the help of an object, a dot get data. And whenever someone asks what is an object in Java, we say it is an instance of class. Similarly, in Docker world, image will have all the details of softwares like Selenium, get the Chrome, and get the Java everything. Now to instant your whole softwares and make it up, you will create an object which is nothing but container here, and with the help of container you will invoke all your softwares of an image. Okay, I'm mapping that to understand, because there is a simple definition. We say that container is an runtime instance of an image. It's nothing but object is an instance of class, where class will all have all the details, and with the help of object how we invoke that. Similarly, an image will have all the details of software, test cases, browser, and Java, all that, because container by default it's a fresh instance without having anything, and we will instantiate that whole image with the help of our container. So that's how you can relate the simple definition of Docker. Okay, so that's about difference between container and image. Now Docker file, we have a terminology called Docker file in Docker world, where you write some code, or what you say, some kind of instructions. You pass some instructions in this file, and Docker software scans this file, and based upon the instructions which you have given in this Docker file, based upon that it will build a Docker image for you. So basically you have to write give me Java, give me Selenium, give me Firefox, what all you need to have as a softwares. You have to pass those instructions in Docker style language, and you create a Docker file out of it. And when you execute this file, Docker software will scan and then creates an image. That's how you do in general. So how to do all this, again, next lectures. So once you have Docker image from your own software, you will create one container using Docker commands again. And once you create a container, and then you will deploy this image into that container, and you start running your container with that image. Okay, that's how the cycle runs. Now, so in the next lecture, we will try to see what is the difference between the container and the VMs. In this modern world, people are using containers instead of VMs, instead of virtual machines. Like whenever you work in a company, you hear a lot about having remote machines, virtual machines, use VM to see if that is executing or not. So why can't we still use the VMs? Why should we depend on these containers and Dockerization? We'll just see the glance in the next lecture. From thereafter, we will go into the real programming and see how to do this all practically, like what is Docker and how to start things in practical with commands. Okay, thank you.